You're fired. Get out of my building.
And the game of the year is mon ami Clair Obscur, Expédition 33.
Shoot it! Oh my fucking god! I shot it! Oh!
You gotta be butt fucking me.
I love those guys, Danny and Arnold. Okay guys, since I'm a bum now with no job, I can't really be making videos on this channel anymore. Is what I would be saying if I was a bitch. I can't just leave you guys hanging. I gotta get out the traditional Game of the Year video that I make because I like to recap everything I did this year, whether or not the audience wants to see it. Jesus, the fucking homeless community under this bridge is vicious. You know, a lot happened last year. Kendrick did the Super Bowl. They finally made a good Superman movie after like 50 years. They took away food stamps for like a week. That shit was scary. Nintendo released a console with a confusing name and marketing. They've never done that before. Rush announced a tour. Taylor released an album. Sabrina released an album within a year of her last. Good year for music, but that's not what we're here to talk about. What happened with us here at No Checkpoint? We had a little bit of a slow year. I joined a family, moved house. I was pretty busy, so most of the videos last year were handled by Spoop. Big thanks to him for keeping up the good work. Now on to the topic of today's video. Game of the Year 2025. I didn't really play a whole lot of games that I can fit onto this list this year, but it appears I've gathered just enough. I've never gone into a lot of detail with the rules, so let's do a quick recap. The Game of the Year videos are a top 10 list comprised of the new games I played that year. It can't just be any game, however. To be on the list, it must be the first time I've ever played the game, or I must have made a video about said game that year. For example, I played Ocarina of Time and Resident Evil 2 and 3 in 2025, but none of those games will be on this list because I've played them before, and they didn't get a video this year. For all the people saying, well, why would I care about any of that? I'll give you $5 if you make it to the end of this video. On with the show!
Street Fighter 6.
Okay, so after a vigorous 3 hours of practice, I've discovered I'm not really a Street Fighter guy. I'm more of a NetherRealm guy myself, but that doesn't stop me from seeing the qualities this game provides. The fighting is good, even though I don't currently have the time or dedication to put into learning it currently. The graphics are good, the soundtrack is pretty okay, the customization looks pretty rad. I really enjoyed the addition of commentators, especially since one of them is Selena Vega. But, I mean, overall, my enjoyment of this game is hampered by my own ability to want to sit and practice it. Still good enough to be at the number 10 spot, because I didn't play a lot of games this year. Moving on. Welcome to the world of Mario Kart. A Mario Kart world, if you will, where people get shot and blown up almost consistently on Nintendo's brand new console, the Nintendo Switch 2. My girlfriend got me a Switch 2 for Christmas, and this was the only Switch 2 game I got. Well, this and upgraded Zelda, but I don't really think that counts. Ooh, Zelda at 60 frames. Mario Kart World is the newest Mario Kart game in over 10 years, and it kind of fell short of my expectations. The last completely original Mario Kart was Mario Kart 8 on Wii U in 2014, and that was remastered for Switch with extra content in 2017, and this new Mario Kart doesn't feel much different. It's got new courses, some new characters, some missing characters, and an empty open world. You just drive around with nothing to do. Super engaging, guys. My favorite thing about MK World is the new thing where you drive to every course as part of the race. So like driving from Mario Circuit to Peach Beach counts as a race, and I think it's pretty cool driving along the highway to the next course and the last lap actually being that course. There's also a new knockout tour mode where it's like one long race and the racers in last place get eliminated every lap until there's only one guy left. Other than that, though, it's just Mario Kart again, and I'm not a huge Mario Karter myself, but I mean, it was fine enough to start the life of the Nintendo Switch 2. I guess. The first of many skateboarding games on this list, we have Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3. The weird one. Yeah, dog. Pro Skater 3 is the grand finale of the 2-minute timer era of Tony Hawk, and in my Tony Hawk 1 through 4 video, I said it was one of the weaker games in the series, but the more I play it, the more I like it. The skating here is a step up from the previous game, adding a grind meter, the revert, some combo extensions, and flashier goals to keep the levels varied, and it works. After playing it twice and going through all the goals in 3+4, I've got a pretty good understanding of how the game works, and I quite like it. I think the soundtrack has definitely grown on me, as I didn't find it very memorable the first time, but now I've added a number of songs on it to my regular playlist. The best part about this game is the weird shit. It's got the best secret characters, tons of secret areas, a demoness that burns the shopkeeper alive. Yes, I will play this clip again. Unfortunately, in order to play this game on Xbox 360, you have to change the resolution of the whole system to 480p, so fuck this game. Here we have a game that doesn't require you to change the 360's resolution in order to play it, so it's immediately a step up.
Oh, I broke a nail.
This game was also a big step for the Tony Hawk franchise.
Wow, a lot of games seem to do that in this series.
It's got an open world now, flat landing. I love me some flat landing. It continues being more goofy like the last game with some weird special tricks and fun little Easter eggs like this fucking alligator in the carnival level. That's what I meant to say. So I'm not exactly sure what it is about this game, but it's addicting to play. I played this right after the previous 3, and this is the only one I 100% completed. It's even longer than the other 3 games combined, but I sat through this one enjoying almost every second. It for sure has some stupid goals, and it's also the most difficult game in the Pro Skater series, but it holds it together with fun, fluent gameplay that keeps you coming back. This one surprised me. I've been a hater of this game for quite a while. Tony Hawk's American Skateland is a demake, I guess, of one of my favorite games of all time, Tony Hawk's American Wasteland. I'm happy to say Skateland carries over lots of what makes American Wasteland good, including some of the soundtrack, most of the gameplay elements like nada spins, sticker slaps, flips, and most things introduced at that point in the series. It's got some of the levels from the main version, although they are a little watered down with some empty hallways added onto some of them. It's got Alcatraz from Pro Skater 4 for whatever reason, but it's definitely a welcomed addition. It's got some stupid-ass cutscenes that I think are pretty humorous. Instead of Mindy being a big-titty goth chick, she's got a baby face now, which I'm not a huge fan of, but the bus grinding down the highway makes up for most of that. My main issue with the game is it's too easy. Normally, I'm not one to complain about easy games, and I'm not about to start now, but even I can admit that this is one of the easiest games I've ever played. There's even a difficulty select. I chose Pro mode and still thought this was piss easy, so I can't even imagine what easy mode is like. Despite that, I enjoyed this a lot more than I thought I would, and it's now one of my favorite games in the series.
Doofenshmirtz Incorporated!
God damn it! Fuck you, son of a bitch! You fucking asshole!
Sir, Mr. CEO, sir. What? What have I told you about interrupting my show? This is my time to decompress from running a multi-billion-dollar YouTube company. This better be important, or I swear to God I will change the password to your Fortnite account. That kid you fired, sir. We're getting readings that he's trying to upload more videos under your channel. Find him. Stop this nonsense immediately. If you interrupt my show again, I'm ending your Fortnite crew subscription. Yes, sir. Sorry, sir.
Come on! Are you fucking serious, dude?
So, I'm having a really hard time justifying buying these games myself these days. I do love pro wrestling still, but these games, man. The gameplay, the creation suite, the graphics, all still amazing. Hell, just the play game mode with the creations keeps me entertained for hours and hours. I put more time into this one than last year's game, but something just keeps getting worse and worse. It's becoming more of a product than a standalone video game. I seriously could not give less of a fuck about the fucking card mode or the island or the story mode, whatever it was called this year. I paid like $120 for the Super Alpha Complete Bloodline Edition or whatever, and still I scroll down my roster and see all these lock signs and it kills my fucking vibe. I am all for unlocking shit in most video games, but for a simulation game like this, on top of paying extra for the Complete Edition, I should have all the fucking wrestlers unlocked and I really shouldn't have to play the dumbass card mode to unlock wrestlers. Seriously, why did I pay all this money for the game to still have a fourth of the content locked behind game modes I don't want to play? I'm confident in saying I probably never opened Universe mode or GM mode.
Not saying those are bad, I actually liked those in previous games.
I just want to play the game with all the characters and creations at my fingertips. This year had like Funhouse Alexa Bliss and Retro AJ Styles locked behind the card mode, and it pisses me off so much that I'll never get to use those because I don't want to play the live service crap. This game could seriously be a 10 out of 10 with just the play mode alone for me, but scrolling through all my locked wrestlers in my $120 game ruins it for me. I'd like to say I'll quit buying these, but then they reeled me back in by putting Triple H on the cover for the next one. You may be wondering how I got here. Well, let's find out.
Just saying.
This might be a little controversial, but I liked this game. Yes, despite its ugly live service flaws, the base gameplay is that good. Like flippy awesome skateboardy shit. Skate 4 has climbing. It's got V. People hate V. I love V. I adore V.
I am debating whether to laugh or express sympathy. Harsh. You got nard.
Skate 4 has one of the most admirable qualities a game can have. It's easy to jump in and play. For 5 minutes, for 5 hours, you can just skate around and cause serious brain damage. The missions are also there if you're into that sort of thing, but if not, you don't gotta play them.
I mean, you do gotta play them if you want the shitty cosmetics. I mean, look at my fucking character.
I don't really have a good defense here. This game has a lot of shit, but I like to play it, and y'all better not get it canceled or whatever, I swear to fucking... Alright, so I like me some Batman games. Arkham Knight was one of the first games I purchased when I got my first PS4 in like 2018, and playing that game deep into the night is one of my fondest memories. I thought I could recreate that memory by paying full price to play it again on my handheld Mario machine. It's the only thing I took with me after getting fired. It wasn't that bad. In fact, it wasn't bad at all. I was shocked at how well it transferred to a much weaker console. Yeah, the game is ugly now. Frame drops, low quality textures, longer load times, but it was still the game that I enjoyed through and through. This footage, however, was recorded on Switch 2 and it fixes almost all the problems.
Except the ugly ones, because the game is still ugly.
There's basically zero load times, no frame drops, no freezing mid-gameplay. I had a hard time putting it down when I played it originally on Switch 1, and the recording even went a little long for the Switch 2. Good job, Nintendo. You made a good Batman game. Well, they didn't make it, and I'm pretty sure they didn't do the porting job, but it's on the console now, so Batman on Switch. Year of the Skateboard continues, yeah dog. Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2 X came out exclusively for the original Xbox because Pro Skater 3 wasn't ready for that console, so we got this fucking masterpiece on short notice. Pro Skater 2 X is a remake of Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2. Okay. With the entire career mode of Pro Skater 1 just thrown in there. Okay. With even more extra levels thrown in on top of that. Pretty neat. This game is fucking rad and it's full of content. I'm fairly certain it's got the most levels in any singular Tony Hawk game. The gameplay is floaty and smooth, so it's easy to jump right in and just play. It's got Spider-Man. Look, it's fucking Spider-Man! As a child, I couldn't appreciate this game for what it was because, oh, you couldn't get off your board and there wasn't any story mode, wah. But as a seasoned man, I can see this game is pretty frickin' sweet. Go watch our Tony Hawk video. We spent a lot of fucking time on it. It's been a bit of a tough year here at No Checkpoint. I didn't have any time for games for around 3 months when the year began. Our big project was the Tony Hawk video that took many months of working on and off to make. In between all of that, I needed something low-key to play under the radar, on my own time. Now, what was this game? That's what we're here to talk about. The No Checkpoint Game of the Year is... You thought we'd get a year where Resident Evil doesn't top my list. Think again. The original Resident Evil 4, when I played it originally years ago on my PS4, didn't really click with me. That was the first time I'd ever played an RE game before and didn't really understand it. I was always running out of ammo and getting lost and didn't know you could melee enemies. Now, as a seasoned Resident Evil fan, I get it. You run up and kick them in the fucking face. I even played the remake first, and I still think that the original is goated. Leon, one of my favorite characters at his cheesiest here, is a joy to play as. The gameplay is addicting. Fun combat and engaging exploration and inventory management loop into a top-notch shop system that'll keep you coming back, even after you finish the game. There are few things more satisfying in a video game than getting stronger through gameplay, and Resident Evil 4 does that so well with its shop and upgrades. I'm pretty sure there's no way to get everything in one run, so what do? Play it again. It encourages it with the second run feature. There's tons of unlockable costumes for both Leon and Ashley, extra modes like Separate Ways or the Mercenaries. Resident Evil 4 revolutionized gaming back in 2004, and it's still one of the greatest games of all time in 2025. I do think that RE4 Remake is the better game, but I didn't make a video on it this year, so it doesn't fit on the list. I did want an excuse to say I unlocked the RPD outfit by S+ing all the Mercenaries levels, though. So that's my list. It wasn't the best year for games on No Checkpoint, but seeing the lineup for games releasing in 2026 has my hopes high that next year will be better. Thanks for watching. Surprised I didn't get stopped by the CEO, to be honest.
Jacques! Take his equipment. And his wallet. Don't you ever make a video using my branding ever again. If I catch you making videos under the name No Checkpoint again, I will kill you. He lied about giving you $5 for making it through the video. In fact, all of you now owe me $5. I take cash, Venmo, or daily pay. You have 24 hours.